Though for many, the events of 9/11 12 years ago are as clear as if they'd happened yesterday.
But for elementary and middle school students, it's something they've only learned about through stories and classroom lessons. News 8's Carrie Vick joins us with how some local teachers are making sure their students know about the tragedy they were too young to remember.
Well, 8th graders at Lincoln Middle School were 1-year-olds when the September 11th attacks happened. And while they can't remember that day firsthand, their history teachers are making sure the memory of those lost is not forgotten.
Memories that have barely dimmed for some
This is the most significant day in history during my life.
are only classroom stories to others.
I learned 2 airplanes went to the Twin Towers and 1 into the Pentagon and 1 into the fields of Pennsylvania.
Sam Barr is an 8th grader at Lincoln Middle School in La Crosse, learning about the September 11th attacks that happened when he was only 1.
It's actually kind of scary because everyone has their own story, but there's one thing they have all in common is their fear.
So everyone was scared and there was panic. Anybody know how many people died that day? How much? 3,000.
The students are spared few of the horrific details.
767 smashed through the north side of the tower.
The video that we showed them, it's a History Channel where they show the second plane going into the tower and you can see the reaction on their faces.
And while the tragic facts are taught, so is the good that rose out of so much pain and loss.
So in some ways the most tragic of events in my lifetime, but in some ways the most unifying.
A message of hope Barr says he'll never forget.
It's like a big attack on the U.S., but in the end we are all united as one, and we can, if we fight and push for it, we can succeed.
And many of the students I spoke to today say they've learned bits and pieces about 9/11 ever since they were young. But the Lincoln Middle School teachers say there are still some students that don't even know what happened.
All right, thank you, Carrie. Other middle schools and high schools in the area held a moment of silence this morning to honor the memory of those lost 12 years ago.